Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Janda. Welcome back to our ongoing Operation Freedom Health and Wellness series. I am honored to have back with me someone who is one of the top, if not the top, nutritional expert in our country and, frankly, the world. Brett and I have known each other for a number of years. We've done a number of videos together, and I must say the feedback we've been getting over the past several months of the videos that we've brought forward on the nutritional side of your health and wellness, we've had incredibly positive feedback with folks saying, I thought about doing this, and then when I heard your discussion with Brett Bashawati, I decided I was going to take the plunge. And my health has never been better. Well, we hope that that's going to be the case for you as well. And one of the things we've done with OperationFreedomHealth.com is not just make it a website where you can purchase products that we discuss that we believe are the best products on the market, but also it's an information source. We have tremendous information that Brett will go into. For example, we have a free video on the site, the 12 bad foods, that focus on the foods that bring about inflammation, which is the key, one of the keys to health and wellness, to diminish inflammation. But we also have a wealth of information on various conditions, various organ systems. And as Brett will discuss here today, we also provide ongoing insight, ongoing communication. Brett hosts a series of presentations that are free to those who do purchase products at OperationFreedomHealth.com. He is available for consultations, and he'll talk to you more about that. So OperationFreedomHealth.com is not just a site to purchase the best products for your health and wellness, but it's also an information source, and it's also a continuity of medical education site source, and we hope you'll utilize it. For those of you not familiar with Brett, as I mentioned, he's one of the top nutritional experts in our country, if not the world. He took over as CEO of a great company, Good Herbs, in 2005 and expanded the company's vision by developing My Total Nutrition. And he has over 40 years experience in product development and manufacturing products, which are based on, and this is the key, clinically verified, science-based research. This is the key, folks. The documentation behind the information that we provide. And I do not know of another internet source where you can get this. And this is why our discussions and our information that we provide, I believe, are so important for your health and wellness. Now, today we're going to focus on unlocking the power of a particular part of your anatomy that most folks are unaware of, something hidden deep in the brain called the hypothalamus. It's my honor to welcome back Brett Bashawati. Brett, welcome back. And why don't you start with the add-on services that we provide through OperationFreedomHealth.com that no one else has?
Oh, thanks for having me, Dr. Janda, and love being here. Yeah, so we do have a new feature. It's actually an old feature, but you can get to these destinations now on OperationFreedomHealth.com. If you scroll to the very bottom of the page, you can see our continuing education Zoom calls, which is every Thursday at 10 a.m. You can click on that and you'll get the monthly schedule for that. And plus you'll get access to enter into the Zoom meetings. They are fantastic. We have not only just lay people, but we have a ton of professionals and we have a ton of medical doctors. Mm-hmm. I actually had one medical doctor text me 10 minutes before we were going off, and he was headed to surgery. And he says, hey, can you wait a few minutes until I'm out of surgery to run this? Because I really want to see it. Mm-hmm. Because they're not always recorded. Mm-hmm. So some are recorded, but they're not always recorded. And this one wasn't going to be recorded. So people of all different backgrounds love the continuing education. Again, you can get the information and schedule at the very bottom of OperationFreedomHealth.com. Also, if you are wondering, well, what product should I take? Or I'm taking this product, but I'm struggling with this product. whatever it can be. There's also another button down there that you can do a phone appointment with me. They're free of charge because you are ordering from Operation Freedom Health, and you'll get a 30-minute phone call with me that we can go over your program. We can follow your progression. If you are having problems with any of the program, one of the things I'm really good at doing is troubleshooting. Okay, why aren't you receiving the results that 85% of these people over here are receiving? So we can do some troubleshooting. It could be as simple as you're not absorbing because we have a digestive issue, or it could be as simple as you're not taking enough to saturate the body to get excess, not only to satisfy the stress of life, but also a little bit of extra so the body can start healing itself. So these are things right on the website. Just scroll to the bottom and you can click on these functions and get this data. It's really, take advantage of it. So many people are taking advantage. If you are tight on time, you can just go under the contact area and send us an email. We have an amazing health staff that will answer those questions. If they don't know the answer, they're not just going to give you some bogus answer.
No.
Those emails come to me, and I personally answer those emails.
Yeah, and Chris, who runs the show on that, is the best person I have ever come in contact with as it relates to customer service and the like. I mean, there is no, and Chris runs the show on the customer. There is no one, and I'm being very upfront. There is nobody better than Chris.
Yeah, she's like the boss behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So she is just absolutely spectacular. And the other thing that is great, if you call, if you email, you'll always get a person.
That's right.
You're not going to get a recording. You're not going to get AI machine. You will get an actual person that will make sure that your journey is not alone.
Right.
Your journey will be with people that will help you get through whatever you're trying to get through. Maybe you just want a little bit more energy.
Yeah.
We can help you with that by nutrifying the body so the body can supply energy.
So let's talk about the hypothalamus, because most people, one, have never even heard of the hypothalamus, but it's actually, I don't know, probably the best way to think of it is kind of the smart control center in the body and coordinating between the endocrine system and the neurologic system, right?
Yeah.
So educate our listeners about unlocking the power of the hypothalamus, which can be enormous.
It can be. So the hypothalamus, think of like a ripple effect. It touches every aspect of the human body. It is that important. And if we look, believe it or not, there's 72 different conditions that the hypothalamus controls because it's the control center for your hormones. So if you have an imbalanced hormones, most likely your hypothalamus is out of whack. And so some of the things just right off the top of my head is, like I said, it's the control center of your hormones. It controls your sleep cycle. It controls energy. It controls mood. It controls your metabolism. Yeah, if you're struggling with weight, we could have an unbalanced hypothalamus. It is your stress response. So constant stress coming in. If this thing's out of whack, man, you're going to have a hard time dealing with stress. It also controls the body temperature. So it allows the body temperature to go up when needed, allows the body temperature to go down when needed. So it controls so much aspect. But the big thing, since it sits on top of the endocrine system, which controls all of our hormones, it is literally kind of that conductor that is just guiding everything where it needs to go. It also helps regulate your metabolism that we talked about. So if our hypothalamus is out of whack, it has trouble communicating to the pituitary that indirectly communicates to your thyroid. And so we have a little bit of problem. Also, if it's getting improper messages and saying that, hey, I'm hungry when you're not hungry, it increases your appetite and you're constantly eating. So it controls so much. And it also controls your sleep cycle. So the way it controls that is when the sun rises or the sun sets, it goes through the eyes into the hypothalamus that either releases melatonin or reduces melatonin. So when you want to sleep. So a lot of times if you're having trouble with your sleep cycles, it could be as simple as just an imbalanced hypothalamus. Now, there's also nutrition that plays a huge role in your sleep cycle. So let's say if you're having trouble going to sleep, that is most likely a calcium magnesium deficiency. So we still want to balance the hypothalamus, but we got to make sure we are taking our nutrients every day. This is where the healthy foundation pack comes in. Let's say you wake up in the middle of the night several times and you have to go to the bathroom. Well, that's a blood sugar problem. So we might need a little bit of extra chromium. Again, that chromium is in the Healthy Body Foundation Pack. So really, really important. What if you have that mind racing and you wake up and your mind is just in overdrive? You can't relax or fall asleep. That is a cortisol problem, and that is constant stress beating up our adrenal glands. Well, guess what controls cortisol? Your hypothalamus. So again, that could be an imbalance of the hypothalamus. So, boy, it's been a long time. Before we release the Good Earth Hypothalamus Support on the market, we actually had Dr. John Andrews do 15 years of research. So you want to talk about science-based, clinically verified. Dr. John Andrews was in the UK. So he studied the components and the apogenic herbs in this formula to make sure we came out with the most powerful formula possible. Now, what was interesting is after the 15 years was up, this product has now been in Good Herbs. We've been manufacturing this product for 30 years, and it's been our #1 selling product in the Good Herbs line for 30 years. So since it was introduced, it has had so much positive effect on people. It's been unbelievable. So if we look at the 3 components that I think are necessity for the human body, I would say diet, your digestive system is going to be kind of at the top of the chain because you have to have a good working digestive system so we can absorb and utilize nutrients. Then,
and what most people don't realize is a big part of the immune system is actually part of the digestive system, right?
Yes, 75% of the immune system is part of the
and most people don't recognize that. And it's not their fault. It's just, but it's key.
Yes, it is super key, super important. So we need a good working digestive system. Now, some people, fell into the thing, okay, we need digestive enzymes. We need probiotics. We need this, we need that, and all this stuff. Really, truly, if you want a really good working digestive system, it is all about the pH in your stomach because that not only breaks down the food, but it also sterilizes foreign invaders that enter into our body through food. The easiest way to do this is make sure you're on the foundation pack because we need calcium, and then salt your food to taste because you need salt to increase the hydrochloric acid in the stomach. Those are the 2 things to have a really good working digestive system, plus ensuring that we eliminate the 12 bad foods, which that video is up on Operation Freedom Health for you. Then from there is we got to nutrify the body. We need all 90 essential nutrients for the human body. Then I think from that point...
And that's the foundation pack.
That's the foundation pack.
And the components of the foundation pack briefly.
Yeah, so that is going to be your Beyond Tangy Tangerine, which is our very high mineral and vitamin content. It's going to be the OsteoFX, which is really high in calcium and magnesium. It's going to be the plant-derived minerals that come right out of the mines in Utah, and then your omega-3s. So your omegas, really, really important. That comprises of all 90 essential nutrients that the body needs every single day, not only to thrive, but also to survive. When we become deficient in multiple cases of this, the body usually breaks down. And then from there, I really think that the hypothalamus is so, so important because if the hypothalamus is out of whack, the body's going to be out of whack. Now, how can the hypothalamus go out of whack? Number one cause of the hypothalamus going out of whack is stress. And boy, have we lived in a lot of stress the last few years. So the more constant stress we have, the more you're going to break down the hypothalamus. Also, nutritional deficiencies, poor diet, eating processed foods, not whole foods, not supplementing properly, can have a really negative effect on the hypothalamus in breaking it down. So those are some, and pollution in the air. We have pollution everywhere, can have a negative effect on the hypothalamus, causing it to go out of whack. So if we look at this being on top of the endocrine system, and this was one of the things that Dr. John Andrews discovered, and it makes sense. So if it makes sense, it's usually right, is you can have an overactive thyroid, or you can have an underactive thyroid. It doesn't matter. These are adaptogenic herbs that adapt to the stress to balance the body out. We know the thyroid needs iodine, selenium, and amino acids. Those are the 3 nutrients that it needs. Again, make sure we're supplying those nutrients. To supply those nutrients, hey, the Healthy Foundation Pack. Again, you're going to see how this all ties in together. So if we have all the nutrients to promote and support a healthy thyroid, but our thyroid is still out of whack, one of the things Dr. Andrews discovered was the thyroid can never balance if the hypothalamus is out of whack.
It's like a waterfall coming down.
It's like a waterfall, exactly. The hypothalamus is out of whack, then your thyroid is going to be out of whack, and you cannot produce T4. So the T4, the hormone that the thyroid is being produced, is actually orchestrated by your hypothalamus to release. Now, we can't transfer T4 to T3 if we're deficient in selenium. This is where the Healthy Foundation Pack comes into effect. And remember, the human body prefers T3 over T4. So we got to make sure we are supplementing properly, along with balancing the hypothalamus. So really easy to do. It's a really simple, it's a tincture. So it comes in an extract. You can mix it with your favorite beverage. Just make sure it's not carbonated. A lot of people like it with pomegranate juice and swallow. So maintenance dose, if we just want to make sure we're giving all the support the hypothalamus needs.
And this is the hypothalamus support you're speaking about.
Yes, this is the hypothalamus support.
Right. And is that going to be? That's on the homepage at OperationFreedomHealth.com.
On the page.
Yeah.
And it is the #1 add-on to the Foundation Pack.
Got it.
That has been the case for the last 10 years.
Yeah. Okay. So the components. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Yeah. No problem. So all you do is you're going to take 2 milliliters. It's marked on the eyedroppers twice a day.
Yep.
Take it morning, take it evening. Now, if we have an acute situation that we are struggling, maybe we're struggling with our sleep pattern, maybe we're struggling with energy, maybe we have mood swings going up and down all over the place, and we have an acute situation, then we recommend you take 2 milliliters, but instead of twice a day, you can take it up to 5 to 6 times a day. And it works really good. One of the great things about this product is there's no stimulant. It adapts to the environment. So all we're doing is feeding the hypothalamus. We're not hijacking the hypothalamus to force it in one direction or another. We allow the body to do that. We're just giving it the support the body needs to stabilize the hypothalamus.
So when somebody starts taking this, let's say, yeah, okay, I'm gonna start. In addition to the Foundation Pack, I'm gonna take the hypothalamus support. How long do they take it? I mean, do they take it for days, weeks, months? What? Only during times of stress? What do you suggest?
Yeah, that's a great question. Usually you're going to take it until you get over one of these hormonal systems that we just talked about, and then you can stop. A lot of people just continue taking it because they just feel so fantastic on it alongside the Foundation Pack. But on average, you would just take it for 90 days, and then you can go off. But if you live in a stressful job, let's say you are a surgeon, or let's say you are an attorney, let's say you're just fed up with everything in life, right. You're going to want to continuously take it. So you're going to want to just keep supplying that support. But again, once we can get that regulated, you're on the 90 essential nutrients, you're uploading your nutritional content, the body usually can take care of it from there.
Can you take some of the hypothalamus support and actually put it in your foundation pack in the morning, for example?
Absolutely.
Is that okay? Just no carbonated.
Yes. The only two things you can't do when you're using these herbs, don't carbonate it, don't heat it. Carbonation's the enemy, and heat is the enemy to these things. So
it denatures them?
Put it in your coffee.
It denatures them?
Yeah, it'll actually kill the constituents of that herb. So don't make a cup of coffee and put it in your coffee. We don't want to heat them. You don't have to refrigerate them. Keep them in a nice, comfortable temperature, like in your cupboards, on your countertop, and really easy to take. And people usually feel the difference within a day or two. I mean, it really helps. And what they really feel the difference is mental clarity, energy level, and mood stabilization.
OperationFreedomHealth.com. Products, education, information, videos, access to your seminar series, access to you for further advice. I'd like to thank you, Brett. A lot of folks talk the talk, but you beyond walk the walk. You run the marathon for health and wellness of every person. And I thank you for everything you have done, are doing, and will do. I thank you folks for joining us. Until next time, Dave Janda signing off. Dream big and dare to fail. Thanks for your time today.